Thanks, Zoa. Let's start by having a look at the main numbers. So as you see on the graph, really following 2011, China's AUM started showing strong growth. In fact, according to PwC's forecast, Chinese AUM is expected to almost triple between 2017 and 2025, rising from $4.8 trillion to $13.7 trillion. There are a variety of factors that are expected to contribute to this growth. Let's check in with Justin Ong, PwC's APAC AWM leader, who might be able to tell us a bit more about the market and what is likely to contribute to the growth. Thanks for joining, Justin. With China expected to capture a large amount of the APAC growth up to 2025, can you explain why investors seem to be moving towards the Chinese market?
Thanks, Dariush, and that's a great question. I think right now the biggest change is the fact that the MSCI has included China A shares into its index. Now, what that means is that there's now a greater allocation by global investors into the Chinese markets, just so as they rebalance their portfolios, they're going to be reflective of the index. And that's created a lot of flows into Asia and to China in particular.
And what do you think is likely to happen in the coming years that will see China becoming an even larger global player?
So we think that the large change will come from the additional inclusion of more China shares into the MSCI. Especially as you look at where China is today, China's contribution to global GDP far exceeds its component of the MSCI. Now, if and when MSCI includes what is probably reflective of China's GDP, I think we'll expect to see that flow increase significantly. So one of the big things we see coming in the future years as well is the fact that there's a large amount of wealth and assets growing in China. And a lot of that is looking to try and diversify into new products and new asset classes outside of China. So what that means is we expect to see more and more Chinese asset managers starting to go global, whether through creating onshore presence in Europe or in the US, but also potentially buying players out there to try to extend a global reach.
Thanks, Justin. Let's see what's going on around the globe.